Hi, I'm Pat, Patently's AI help bot. In this video, I'll show you how to find your way around the search UI. A good place to start is here on the list view. You'll see each family has its own card with a unique Patently family number, the latest recorded owner, and a representative publication number along the top with an image, the title, and the first few lines of the abstract of that representative shown below. On the right, you'll see details of the forward and backward citations, the number of subfamilies if there are any, and a breakdown of the number of family members and their respective statuses. If you arrived at your list view from a vector search, you'll also see the relevance score. The Search Actions menu is in the bottom right of the family card. There's a separate video on how to use this to add families to your shortlist, so for now I'll skate over it. Forward and backward citations are also identified by the icons on the left and right extremes of the family card. In this list view, you can use the filters on the left to focus down the number of families you want to review. Clicking on Office, for example. If I select US, I'm now seeing all of the families with at least one US member in them. There are multiple options for sorting the families in this list view. You can access the sort options here. Forward citation count is a very useful option when performing patent valuations, as typically the most cited patents are the most valuable. Alternatively, I often sort families by in-force count when performing portfolio reviews so I can start my analysis with the most complicated families and get them out of the way. To review a family more closely, click the card. This opens a detailed view of the family. You'll notice the card of the family chosen now has a border to indicate it is currently selected. At the top of the screen on the right is the C tree, Patently's family tree diagram. Here you can see all of the members of the family and how they're related to one another. You can hover over the links to see the exact link types. Convention filings, divisionals, and CIPs, etc., all link types are displayed. The C tree has lots of functions, so I'll spend some time and explain them all. Each node on the C tree represents an asset. The default view shows the country code followed by the final 3 digits of the publication number. For unpublished cases, you'll notice the country code is in brackets or parentheses to indicate that it's an application number. We do this because there is no publication number to show. You can change what's shown in each node by using the menu at the top of the C tree. Changing from asset reference to application number is quite common, as many users have memorized the application numbers of their own patents. Switching to show expiry date is also very useful when conducting portfolio reviews, as you can instantly see which members of a family have the longest potential lifespan. I'll switch back to asset reference for the rest of the demo. The key publication in a family is identified by an asterisk after the publication number. For larger families, you can go into full screen mode. Assets with multiple children all of the same type often get collapsed to save screen space. Simply click to expand, click again to contract. To expand all of these collections at once, you can use the menu here. The nodes on the C tree can be colored in different ways. This view shows the status. Blue is in force, yellow is pending, and gray is dead. Switching to Office gives an instant snapshot of a family's filing footprint, as you can see clusters of assets from the same office in the same color. The record coloring option is invaluable when performing assignment analysis and chain of title checks. It helps see the different legal entities and even typos across the names in a family. For larger families with subfamilies, you can select subfamily asset coloring. If any assets belong to more than one subfamily, they will appear in multiple colors. There are a number of asset markers that may or may not appear depending on the assets themselves and the nature of the search. Let me show you a few examples. Assets that have been declared standard essential will have an S marker. Assets that have been subject to post-grant challenges will have a C marker. European patents that have been opted out of the Unified Patent Court can be identified by a UX marker. Also, as there is a time delay between a European patent granting and the national offices confirming a validation, some recently granted EP patents may appear to be missing validations. When this is likely, Patently will show the exclamation marker to let you know that you should check back later. Assets that are found by a number search have a hash marker. And finally, this example is just to show you that nodes can have multiple markers at the same time. For larger families like this, with multiple subfamilies, you can restrict the view to a single subfamily to make it easier to digest. Click on the letter of the subfamily like this, and you'll see the option to show this subfamily only on the subfamily info card. This will change the C tree to just that subfamily. You can click back to full family to see the extended family again. Below the C tree, you'll see that the Overview tab is selected. This shows the title, abstract, and image of the representative publication of the family, plus an info card with some key information about the family, including the number of members and their statuses, the latest recorded owner and recordee, the earliest publication, the number of forward and backward citations, and the total outstanding annuity fees for all in-force members of the family. There are multiple tabs with different information in. I'll cycle through them and show you what they have. The Assets tab shows a list of every asset in the family with some key details. The table is linked to the C tree, so hovering over the table highlights the related asset node in the tree, and vice versa. The Publications tab is very similar to the Assets tab, but it only shows the assets that have actually been published. When you really need to find that PDF, this is the tab for you. On the description, you can view the title and full text of the representative member of the family, as well as view the images on the right-hand side. You can change the images to the full PDF specification or the front page only by using the Resources tab options. A quick note. As you scroll down in the description view, the C tree will disappear off the top of the page. If you want to keep it in view, you can lock it in place or pin it using the pin icon. Now you can always see the C tree as you scroll through the description. This works for all tabs, by the way. The Claims tab shows the claims of the representative publication of the family. There are multiple ways to view the claims: the collapsed view, showing the independent claims only, the expanded view, showing all the claims but with indents for claim dependencies, or the simple view that just lists all the claims in order. The Map tab gives a good visual indication of the coverage of the family, showing you where the assets in this family have been filed. The distance between the nodes in the C tree is not to scale, it's a relationship diagram. To get an idea of when assets were filed, you need to use the Timelines tab. As with the Assets tab, this works in combination with the C tree, so hovering over a node will highlight the related line in the timeline and vice versa. The timeline will show you when assets were filed, when they died, or when the status changed. You'll see a vertical line indicating today's date, and we've predicted expiry dates and show those as the thin line to the right. The Citations tab shows you the backwards and forwards family-level citations of the family you're looking at. You can click each of these family cards to see a pop-up with details of the new family. If you find anything relevant, you can add these to your shortlist. And finally, the Fees tab. This shows a summary of the outstanding annuity fees for all the in-force assets in the family. So far, everything we've looked at has been on a family level. To review details of a specific asset in a family, click on the relevant node in the C tree. Now the Overview tab is showing the details of the specific asset that has been selected. There is the title, abstract, and image again, and also the info card. This time, the card contains information relating to what subfamily the asset is in, its office and application number, and the names of the inventors, owners, recordees, and representatives or patent attorneys where available. There is also the legal status and most recent legal events, several key dates including the priority date, filing date, grant date, and the predicted expiry date. Importantly, for U.S. cases with patent term adjustments, these extra days are already accounted for when Patently calculates the expiry date. The card also has information on the amount and next due date of upcoming annuity fees, details of forward and backward citations, and has links to PDFs for all publications, so you can download any of the original documents like this. You'll also see a link to the local register. This is where you can check things like the status, official assignment details, and open up file histories, etc. When you have to be 100% confident in the details of a patent, it's always best to check at the source patent office. When clicking on the Descriptions tab with an asset selected, you'll see the description of that asset. For granted patents, like the example I've chosen, the latest publication will be the default version shown. You can change this to an earlier published application with a drop-down menu. You can access the PDF here too, and Patently will tell you if it's been OCR'd. Changing to the Claims tab will show the claims of the chosen asset. Something I didn't show earlier, when on the Description or Claims tabs, you can use the text highlighting. Activate the text highlighting menu and type in any word you'd like highlighted. Now, anytime that word appears on the screen, it'll be highlighted in a nice bright color. You can enter multiple words, select the colors, and if you add an asterisk to the end of a word, it will pick up multiple endings. For example, if I enter big and add an asterisk, it will find big, bigger, and biggest, etc. This makes it really easy to skim through a description or set of claims and find relevant passages. With the highlighting set, the words I have entered will be shown in those colors whenever they appear in the claims, description, or title and abstract. Also, if I change between family members, the highlighting will be remembered too. It also persists if I change to a whole new family in the list. When selecting the Citations tab with a single asset selected, it will show the forward and backward citations of the asset. And the Fees tab will show the outstanding fees of just the selected asset. The last feature I want to show you is the folded over corners on the family cards and asset nodes on the C tree. Have you ever been reviewing a long list of families or reviewing all the individual members of a large family and lost track of what you have and haven't looked at? Well, we used to have that problem too, so we added a little feature to help out. Each time you view a family or an asset in Patently, the bottom right corner of the family card or the C tree node will fold over to remind you that you've already looked at it. Another simple but really useful feature. Thank you. If you still have any questions, please let us know. Please subscribe to the Patently YouTube channel for more help guides and videos.